Well, welcome back everybody. My name's Andrew and you're watching the Kelley's Country Life. So here we go again. Ta-da! I mean, I literally just got my tools out here. Fourth day in a row. And here that comes. Not gonna complain too much. We went through a drought just recently and I'm thankful for the rain, but holy moly, every single morning, here comes the rain. I'm hearing a little bit of thunder right now. I can work in the rain, no problem. That's today's video, working on the house. It's all that stinking lightning that's coming in this stuff. I don't do lightning, oh no. So, we'll see. I don't know, might get run out of here in just a few minutes like I have every single day this week. It's taking forever to finish this attic now because of that. Speaking of, here we go. So if y'all watched the last couple episodes, I know it's the same old. We have now did all the blocking right here for every single seam of all the attic decking. We just did another run here. We've got to come back and I started one, but actually ran out of lumber. So I just went to the hardware store this morning, got a pile more extremely expensive 2x8. We're gonna block this out right here is how we're gonna start this episode. And then we'll get up there, finish nailing everything. That'll have this section of roof and floor joist over here locked perfectly. Then we can jump back down if we want to. Secure these walls, which I have been waiting to do. All these walls, bathroom walls, utility walls, kitchen walls, we're gonna get nice and plumb, nail up into this blocking or joist everywhere that we can get it and really make these some super strong walls. After that, we're just gonna continue to carry the attic floor all the way across. And then in the next episode or two, once we get that done, these are not skylights up here. A lot of people are new and asking, what is that? We've got to put some short stub walls up there. So ultimately we can come on the outside of the house, rip this plastic down, put our sheathing on the outside, put our vapor barrier on there, and then finally get to where I have been dreaming to get everything nice and dried in. Then it's protected until I can get hardy board siding on there. For all the tons of new subscribers that we've got recently, thank y'all so much. We truly do appreciate the channel growth. Hopefully you find a lot of things entertaining and educational on the channel. We live in Florida, it's a hurricane state, so that's why you're gonna constantly hear me talk about getting this house dried in, because the last thing I want is a bad hurricane to come, rip all this plastic down, flood the house, including that wood that I'm putting up there that really doesn't need to be wet. So I've got to continue to work toward getting this house dried in. That is a #1 goal. But again, when it's popping lightning every day, hard to work. Enough rambling on, let's get to work. So I was just about to put the next run of decking on, and it occurred to me, now is the time that I need to do something. So if you look at all these cutoffs that I've been saving out here, I've got a bunch of 2x8 cutoffs, especially the larger ones. That was wherever I cut off to make the floor joist. Now sadly, they are not wide enough to do any of the plating, blocking, anything else. So they're kind of scrap. I was going to throw them away, but my dad was over here the other day, and he suggested I should use these for nailers or screwing edges for sheetrock. The reason I wasn't crazy about the idea is they are not wide enough to fit between the gaps, and I want to fill it up completely. But I think I am going to use these, might as well, and I'll show you why. The one up right there, it's not nailed down or anything, but look how much lip you get on either side if I nail one of the scrap 2x8s right there. And it gives a ton of screwing ability once the sheetrock is laid up there. The little gaps on either end really do not matter, and it's a good use of very expensive lumber that there's no point in burning or throwing away, and I can use it for something like this. There is no super tight screw pattern required for sheetrock that I'm aware of, so it doesn't matter if a screw doesn't hit. There's two tiny little gaps. They're not going to screw that tight on edges of sheetrock anyways, is my understanding. So now, before I cover that up and can't nail down into the top plate, now is the time. Take the framing nailer up there and pop those in before I cover them up. Now I probably should have also done that on the tops of these walls, but no big deal. These are single top plate walls right here because they're non-load bearing. This is double top plate because it is load bearing. So I can just put them on top here, shoot some nails, shoot some screws, something right through that single top plate and cinch down, you know, my little screwing edges there for sheetrock. So no big deal, will take just a little longer. Let's go ahead and catch these right now. Well, look who decided to show up to point and direct and tell me what I'm doing wrong on the build.
There's a nail there.
The inspector is here, y'all. Everybody keeps asking, does the inspector ever come out anymore? Yeah, every afternoon to say, what'd you do today? Should have did more. No, she's not that bad.
Not at all.
But she's out here eating her popsicles, working real hard, enjoying her day. So, we're getting there. We're getting there. Getting toward the end of running my blocking out here. We just had to dog it off because, maybe you can hear all the water hitting the tin. We just got like our 57th rain for the week. You can see here, went inside because I seen a little bit of lightning. I've had to dog off work. I can't tell you how many times this week. Not complaining. Very happy to have the rain. Would much rather have the rain than the drought that we were just going through. But I've had to dog off a lot of work this week. Rain, no problem. Lightning, ooh, that's another story. I don't play with that stuff. Here's thunder in the background right now, so maybe that's it for the day.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to work. Built my little buddies a swimming pool. Y'all, I know you probably can't hear me. This is a ton of rain. We've had this property for 7 years and I have never seen it hold that much water. We've been getting rain for days and days and days now. Again, I'm still very thankful for it, but the ground is saturated. Wow, we went from a drought and everything burning up to, it's always feast or famine. That's a lot of water. Now I'm actually kind of happy the house is built 3 foot up. There's no way this could flood. It would have to go all the way out in the field before it ever got up on the porch right here. I apologize for talking to y'all with so much noise and so much rain, but it just will not stop. It's been raining for a while and I've got to keep working. So I'm gonna try to explain what I'm doing back here. Again, I apologize. Let's talk. So I left these walls right here loose because I knew eventually I would block the roof out and have floor joists up there, and I need to attach these walls that can move. So the plan now is to get these nice and plumb with a level, nail them up into this blocking, get this one nice and plumb, nail it up into the floor joist, and then ultimately tie these 2 walls together and give me a screw strip right here on either side for sheetrock. So I've been waiting to do that. Also have to do this wall right here. And here's that strip I'm talking about if you're new to the channel. All I gotta do is just back. Anytime one wall meets another wall, back it and leave a lip that you can lay your sheetrock and screw into it. All right, let's try to do this. take a little cool off break. But y'all want to see something crazy? It just got done raining 45 minutes ago. This yard was as full as I've probably ever seen it. I mean, actually look, there's the storm rolling away. That's how well the soil drains here. And even though we have clay in the soil, as you can see out there, this was all hauled in, it still drains very, very well. I know a lot of people have been concerned about that throughout the house build, but no worries. Matter of fact, let's go look at the rain gauge. It rained a lot, y'all. And I dumped this gauge last night, by the way. Oh, wow. Holy moly. 3 inches of rain just this morning. I forget what I dumped out yesterday, but I think we're at 8 inches of rain for this week. Holy moly, 8 inches of rain. Wow, we're about to have some little rivers flooding around here. So pretty wild, pretty wild. I'm gonna go cool off in front of the fan for a minute. We're gonna get back to work. All right, our first real break of the day that it's not pouring rain, although I see it starting back again and you can actually hear me. So I think we're gonna wrap this video up here. It's went over a couple of days, and then I'm gonna start the next video that's gonna go over a couple of days. It's just the way Mother Nature is making this stuff work out right now. So let me show you where we're at, because we've actually did a decent amount here. So we now have the decking, flooring, whatever the heck you want to call it, for the attic all the way over to this point. We have got all of the blocking run down, many different areas right there. So it should be a nice strong floor for what it is. I mean, it's not living quarters, it's an attic up there. And it just dawned on me, boy, did I do something I probably didn't have to do, but I tend to overdo everything. I just wasn't thinking. So all these 2x8 blocks that I put in there, I said, so we can actually screw up sheetrock up to. I wasn't thinking. I did not have to do those there, because we're going to do 5/8 sheetrock on the ceiling, and everything I'm reading, 5/8 sheetrock can absolutely span a 24-inch on center spacing. That's why you go with the thicker sheetrock, to avoid the sags right there. So that is actually less than 24 inches over there, because I have those joist plates right there. I did not need to put those up at all, but hey, they're there. That's great. It was scrap lumber anyways, and now it gives an extra edge for the sheetrockers to screw to. Hopefully they'll shoot a screw or two in that, because I just got thinking, I was like, oh man, I should have put blocks on over here. I wasn't thinking. And then it dawned on me, you know what, you absolutely don't have to, because you're 24-inch on center everywhere out here, and that's standard joist spacing. That is standard attic rafter spacing in a lot of homes around here. That's why most people up to 5/8. So we've got that done. We got a good amount of flooring done. Overkill right there. I just went ahead and kind of did it off camera, I don't know why, and took the clamps and ran all the way down this board, pulling it in and pulling it down, and nailed it all the way up. So now this wall is as solid as could possibly be, not going anywhere, and that joist is going to be the most solid one in the house, realistically. Also, these walls are now nice and solid. They're not going anywhere other than the flimsy 2x4s in there, but every one of them nailed up into the blocking or into the joists themselves. They're nice and plumb now. So no worries as far as all this stuff goes. Everything is absolutely rock solid now. No wiggle, can't go anywhere. So it's weird looking up there now, kind of getting a feel for everything. Ceiling still feels a little higher than I was originally thinking, so I'm happy about that, because we did decide to go lower ceilings in the standard house. But we did that to get decent attic space, and now we buy 8-foot sheetrock. We bought well, the way the lumber works out to do 8-foot lumber, it all helps with cost. 10-foot ceilings would have been nice, but we got the huge open living room with up to 16-foot ceilings. So up here, the dance floor, it's starting to get somewhere. Next video, as soon as this rain stops, I'm gonna get the tractor. We're gonna bring another run or two of the OSB up here, and I mean, we're rocking on. We're getting over toward that other wall now. We'll just keep decking and blocking till we're done. Then we can come back and start raising our stub walls right there to match these walls. Then I have to figure out how to trim every single wall out. That is not going to be quick and easy at all. So whenever we put our sheathing on the outside, it goes up into the roof. I got a few ideas that I'm thinking about there. All right, so you can see as I'm walking, just a little duck. So that is a beautiful thing about doing 8-foot ceilings downstairs. If it was 10-footers, I would have the tiny little middle of this to walk and store stuff. Couldn't move around. Now, yes, I understand. A lot of people are going to say, what a bunch of wasted space. Look at how huge this attic is. I get that. But the beautiful thing about this attic is we've got room for storage, which we've never really had before. I don't have to belly crawl everywhere. If I want to go all to the edge and pull some wiring, run some AC duct work, everything, it's going to be awesome having this much room to move around. Whenever we do our add-ons and additions in the future out here, I can come straight out of the pantry over there, pull wiring up, anything that I need, easily move it back here, go through the wall, do additions. That's the beauty of a pole barn house. So yeah, I get it. It's a lot of wasted space, but some of it will get used for storage and maybe some other stuff we'll talk about later. All right, well, we're rocking on. The house is moving along. Mother Nature's definitely put a dent in all this. I can't believe I've got 8 inches of rain this week. Wow, I know a lot of y'all could use some. We dang sure needed it a while back. Now we've got plenty. So I'll mail you some rain. Y'all be looking for it. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all the new subscribers. There is 360 something other videos on the channel if you're interested in house builds, how we got this point, why in the heck we're doing a pole barn house, and I'm sure tons of you are going to have questions on why on earth is it being built the way that it is. It's been discussed 100 times. Go watch some of those videos. We'll catch you on the next one.